And good evening. Welcome to Don Show's Field in West Monroe, Louisiana, where the Pineville Rebels have made the trek up 165 to West Monroe, Louisiana, and they're going to be taking on the Rebels tonight. This is Nathan Martin, joined by Kevin Roberts and Landon Anderson, along with Anderson Martin, our son, who will be providing connection to the coaches in the halftime. And as we look at the field, it's a beautiful stadium here that has been built. It's almost, my son calls it a college stadium because that's what it feels like, Kevin. And you've been here before. You understand this atmosphere.
Boy, you want to come and watch the big screen here at West Monroe. This is probably one of the best stadiums in the state, I would imagine, huh?
No doubt about it. We're actually in what used to be the home side press box, which is nice, but we're looking across the field at this monstrosity, and Landon is showing you the beautiful full screen scoreboard that they have here, that they'll be doing replay zone and putting up a live camera shots and all the updated scores as their cameras are showing people from around. There's the West Monroe Rebel football team making their way towards the stadium from their field house. And then as Landon will pan back to the right, you'll catch a view of the opposing stands and the press box. You can see just how massive this place is. And it's so big, in fact, that and they sell out so many tickets traditionally, although we don't see as big a crowd tonight, that they bring their West Monroe band here on the visitor side. They'll be right outside our window.
Wow.
So it's Nathan, a production here.
I've been working on this all day long.
All right, what you got?
I can guarantee the Rebels are going to win tonight.
That is one absolute guarantee.
You can place that bet.
Pineville Rebels have made their way onto the field, escorted by the Rebel cheerleaders, and it's a bit of a pink out tonight. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is taking place, and the Pineville Rebels have their pink and white pom-poms, and the West Monroe team will have their pink out jerseys, the T-shirts and whatnot. And so both teams and many of the teams around the state this month will be doing the entire pink out to fight breast cancer and elevate breast cancer awareness. And we're happy to join in with making that important announcement to remind you to invest in and support breast cancer research. It's a great night for football. The weather is not hot nor cold. It's going to drop down into the 50s overnight, but not by the time game time is over. And interestingly, the West Monroe team is coming in from the far side instead of through their helmet. They're being led by probably a senior carrying an American flag, and they're going to walk across with it. It makes sense, though. They're going through that tunnel of family support as they make their way to their inflatable tunnel. And it's senior night here at West Monroe, as all of the senior football players and cheerleaders and supports were all introduced in the pregame activities. And now the West Monroe Rebels do make their way through the tunnel, flying the American flag. A lot of very nice patriotism going on here as the kids are out there giving high fives or low fives to mom and dad and all the supporters that are out here. Well, Kevin, you made the trip up here to join me, and I want to thank you for that. You were with me last week in our game against Ash, and you liked it so much you came back.
You're a glutton for punishment, and you're desperate. So,
well, I'm certainly happy.
Again, thank you for letting me live a childhood dream. So.
Well, I love that when you shared that with me last week, that it had always been a dream of yours to be a sports announcer. It's great to get to live that out. As we look at our Pineville team back on the field in front of us, as Landon brings that for us, you'll notice that there are a couple of players that are not dressed out, and one of the ones specifically that we just noticed a little bit ago, number 4, the young man Landon Grimes, who's such a powerhouse receiver, not playing tonight, and he's standing next to number 10, Carter Smith, the starting senior, or the starting
quarterback,
sophomore quarterback for this season. He's out for at least a couple more games. We hope to have him in by the end of the season. And you'll see also it looks like, is that number? Okay, so those two guys are next to each other and going to be providing moral support to the team, and we appreciate them doing that as well. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff, as I'm not sure who the folks in the blue jerseys are. That may be the JV team coming out there. But interestingly, we were given a 3-column roster of West Monroe players, and
multiple numbers.
I hope you have good eyes, brother.
Yeah.
A lot of shared numbers tonight.
In the dark, no doubt.
In the dark, that's right. And just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with, I'll give you the press box view. We do not have, you can see how dark it is. We do not have, hi, Mom. We do not have an extra light for us so we'll be holding things up to the exterior light to hopefully get a light on the subject. So, look at there. You brought your flashlight out. Very good. Very handy. Let me run down with you real quick the starting lineup that we have for you tonight. The defensive lineman Dylan Tatum, Gerald Roy, and Brady Baden. Tatum and Braden have both been linemen of the week in weeks gone past. And then linebackers, Lamarcus Thurs, Brennan Davis, who doubles as a punter, and Micah Roberts, who's trying on a new pair of shoes tonight. So don't step on
Landon's shoes.
Yeah, well, we're going to give that fully away, but don't step on Landon's shoes, on Micah's feet. And Murphy Poole also in the linebacker position there. Jacob Miranda, Ty Sanders, we call him Headhunter now, TJ Edwards, and Bryant Dearborn will round out the host of defensive backs playing the safeties. On the offensive side, your line, Elias Sellers, Kelby Clayton, Dayton Bass, Brady McCann, and Cameron Perry. Zach Tranchina got the Lineman of the Week award, and even though he starts at tight end, he does a lineman's job of blocking. And then our wide receivers, we have Landon Grimes listed there, number 3. We just mentioned to you he's out, so that will probably bring more of view tonight on Justin Rachel. Matt Edwards, number 3, the other starting wide receiver. Hakeem Mix and Aiden Tate in the backfield. We have Carter Smith listed as quarterback in hopes of him being back soon, but he is out, so we'll see Aiden Tate running more quarterback for us. Jocko Lee, of course, is the kicker for the Rebels. Your captains tonight, 160-21, and who's that last one? So Hakeem Mix is one of your captains, along with Dalen Tatum, which we just mentioned. Aiden Tate, number 23, and Bryant Dearborn, number 16, are your captains for tonight's contest. And we're waiting for the coin toss to let you know who's going to kick and who's going to receive.
Let it drop. Flip it in. Call in there. What you call? Call in there. They call hit. It's tails.
All right, so Rebels called heads and ended up being tails. West Monroe, sounds like they may have chosen to receive. We'll see in a moment, because he turned to Pineville and said, which end do you want to kick? And so the Rebels will be going left to right in front of us. I guess that's west to east. And now the white hat referee is going to run around.
They're going to receive.
That's exactly right. West Monroe will receive to get the contest started tonight. That means the Pineville Rebels will be receiving to start the second half. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we're still about 6 minutes away from kickoff, so let's let some of the sponsors let you know who they are, and we'll be back with more Pineville Rebels versus West Monroe on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight? We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
West Monroe Band playing the national anthem to get us started here tonight. And what a great night it is for football, as a lot of Pineville High School supporters have made the drive up 165 to cheer on their team, our team. And as you know, we're going to be calling ourselves Homers, because that's who we are. We are fans of Pineville. And so tonight when we say Rebels, we're not talking about West Monroe. In fact, Kevin, whenever what you're going to notice tonight, whenever the announcer announces anything, it's going to be the Rebels and Pineville. That's all. They're not going to call it. We're not the Rebels. That. They just will not call us the Rebels.
Yeah,
so
disrespect.
We'll do the same thing. We'll just call them West Monroe. I might every now and then slip up and say they're Rebels of West Monroe. I'll try not to, though, because they're just West Monroe. We are the Rebels.
The mighty Rebels.
That's
boy, it's kind of intimidating having their band right here in our section, isn't it?
It is. I remember 2 years ago, I mean, they get loud and rowdy, too. And then 2 years ago, some of their fans came and stood right in front of us, and they were listening to us and would turn around and give us ugly looks. But
man,
it happens. You know, it's just part of it. Well, we're ready to get things started here this evening as we get things started. We're about 1 minute away. I did want to just once again give a shout out to Hakeem Mix, our player of the week. Had a great interview with him Wednesday night at the Coaches Show. Loved talking with him. And I've already mentioned to you Zach Tranchina, our lineman of the week, and what a great accomplishment that is for him as a tight end. And so don't forget to join us every Wednesday night there at the Coaches Show, Thibodeau's on 165 in Pineville. We'll wear your Rebel gear and get the special Rebel menu, $12 across the board, all kinds of good eats. All right, Pineville's going to kick off, and Rebels will have an opportunity to show the defense what they can do against West Monroe, who comes into this contest 4-3. Pineville Rebels 3-4. I'd love to even up the record after tonight. Mm-hmm. Jocko Lee set to kick for the Rebels, stretching out that leg there. This young man has definitely helped us out this year. He has a very short takeoff, more of a soccer kicker mentality instead of that 5-6 yard run up to the ball. And here's the band. Cool. Holy.
Shaking the place. It's a pooch kick down to about the
36 yard line, 35. Yard. Yeah, I thought for a second the Rebels were going to have a chance to get on it, but number 8 for West Monroe did recover that short pooch kick at the 35-yard line. Well, I don't know about the placement of that band. We should have been on the other end of this press box. I'm going to petition next week. We come every 2 years. See if we can't get on. Landon, remind me when we leave. Let's look on that other end and see if it's available for us, during the game. All right, defense is out for the Rebels. Look at that. Look at the size of that line, Kevin. That offensive line. That's some big old boys. Kind of corn-fed Nebraskaites, it looks like. From the shotgun, quarterback calls for the ball. Number 6, fast pass out to the right-hand side. He's got a man that got hit, and he eludes the first tackle, brought down
about 6
by Miranda, I believe, after that 6-yard gain. So their quarterback is number 6, and I think that's DePriest. I'm not sure. No, that's not. That is DeJean, Ryder DeJean. So I'll try to remember that. DeJean calling for the ball on 2nd and 4. It's going to be a pass to the left-hand side. Number 3 sidesteps Miranda that time and gets brought down by TJ Edwards
of Pineville.
So about a 14-yard pickup on that, and they're running a fast offense. Quickly they get set. DeJean has a runner on his right side, 3 receivers up to the top, and a tight end out there. DeJean calls for the ball. The same. Oh, he looks downfield. He's got a wide open man. He got 2 wide open men, and it was just over the hands. Jacob Miranda had let the player get behind him, unfortunately, and the ball just slightly overthrown. He had 2 targets that were open down there.
One in the middle.
Yep.
He chose the other one.
Well, we all bit that. They ran 2 plays to the flat in a row, and then he looked like he was going to do the same thing. And I think our linebackers hesitated. Our safeties hesitated briefly, and that let them get behind them. 2nd and 10. Looking near side to number 1, got him in the flat. He's going to be hit by number 41 with some assistance to others, but J.R.I. Pearson, a sophomore, will get credit for that tackle.
Mark him down at about the 40-yard line of Pineville.
Miranda came in with the assist, third and about 5. Looking quickly, he's got the first down plus a couple of more. Rebels thought they had a line on a possible interception, but it snuck past him, and the West Monroe team will get a first down at the 33-yard line. West Monroe looks to the sideline for the play, and now they have to pause briefly. Number 8, the running back on the left-hand side of DeJean. Is that DeJean maybe? D-E-J-E-A-N. DeJean?
What you think, Landon?
All right, it's going to be the first run, hand off to number 8. We just called his number a moment ago, and that is Ronaldrick Miles, number 8.
Forward progress to about the 30.
So Miles picks up a couple on that first run of the play for West Monroe. 3 receivers at the bottom. They move the tight end over to the right, number 87. Now they bring another receiver into the backfield from the slot. 2 in the backfield with DeJean. He's got Miles on his left. Now he brings the same receiver in motion. They're going to run it to DeJean on the right. He's got a block, and now he's getting into the secondary, and he'll have another West Monroe first down at the 20. So big runs there for, or a big run, I should say. 1st and 10 at the 20 for West Monroe. Looking at on the left-hand side, number 4 is going to make a couple of jukes, and he's got a spin move.
He's got about the 3.
First down to the 3. He just sidestepped 2 or 3 Rebel defenders. The little hesitation move after he got the ball, and then sidestepping and spinning gives the first down to West Monroe. Number 1 does come out for West Monroe quickly. Looking for the play to be brought in. Number 4 goes out to the right. At least I can see their numbers a little bit easier sometimes. Under center for the first time. DeJean with the handoff. It is a straight ahead handoff into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, I've got it as a 9-play drive.
Okay, starting back at where, the 35?
35.
So a 65-yard drive that took about 3.5 minutes off. Lining up in the swinging gate formation, might go for 2, and now the gate swings closed. Coming back for the PAT traditional, number 17 set to kick it. Ball is on the ground, and the ball is in the air, and the ball is through the uprights. It's 7-0 early in this contest. 8:48 to go. Your Rebels trail by 7, but the offense takes the field when we come back.
I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait. I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby,
Pineville Rebels on the field to return. As you know, we were burned a couple of times last week on this special teams play of some onside kicks, and so I'm sure Pineville Rebels, who I know practiced that a lot this week,
you would think,
will not fall prey. West Monroe may have scouted them, but I don't think they would try it on their very, very first, although they might. But Rebels set to make a return, and this is the more traditional 10-yard deep. There's a high at the 30-yard line. To the right-hand side, is that Miranda with the ball? And he's going to get taken. Next, number 3, Matt Edwards, number 3, he got the reception.
At the 42.
Sure-handed receiver there and was able to pick up something.
45.
Nice starting field position for the Rebels, and Matt Edwards will stay out there. I see Hakeem Mix in the backfield along with Aiden Tate. Tranchina lined up as an H-back, and some questioning where the ball starts. It will start at the 45 for the Rebels.
Well, we moved the ball really good last week. Let's see if we can.
Justin Rachel up at the top, Matt Edwards at the bottom, handing it off to Hakeem Mix, who's got a nice little opening in front of him. And I love when I asked him the question, I said, it looks like you make a lot out of little openings. And he said, no, my offensive line gives me big openings. And I loved that answer. 4-yard pickup for Hakeem Mix on the first play from scrimmage. Handoff again to Hakeem. He's going to get hit in the backfield this time as some penetration was made by number 4 and number 7. It'll be a 1-yard loss, so 3rd and 7 coming up. Rebels still running the quick offense as they have trained for all season long. Aiden Tate back to pass, looking. He's got a man downfield. A little bit of a
Kamari.
Phillips dropped the ball. Unfortunately, there was a shoulder or a jersey tug on him that threw him off his step just a little bit, but the ball was there. Kalmarian couldn't come down with it. I was ready to bring you the boom, baby, boom.
Mm-hmm. I thought the cannon was about to go off.
But the Rebels will punt instead.
Man.
Very nice play. Aiden put the ball in a perfect spot where the defender could not get to it. Looks like we only have 4 men on the line. And there's a timeout on the field. I'm trying to see from the referee who
called it.
Oh, West Monroe. Okay, interesting. So the first time out taken by West Monroe. We'll take one as well. Be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Timeout taken by West Monroe takes one of theirs off the scoreboard. They'll have 2 left for the rest of the first half. Rebels will punt the ball after starting the drive at their 45, unable to get across midfield. So 4th and 7. Here's the deep snap. Oh, he's going to throw the ball.
Oh, come on, catch it.
We got it. It's a first down, Rebels. And there is a potential play of the game to Brennan Davis, the punter, number 8, who came down. Is that number 8 that came down with that? Brennan Davis, number 8. He's kind of gimpy walking off, but a procedure motion against the Rebels. Oh, and what a gut check. That would have been a great play of the game contender, and instead they're going to mark off the 5 yards against them.
What did they call?
Well, I think the motion was a procedure, a legal procedure. I don't know if it was a line. It looked like we only had 4 down linemen from my angle. Maybe we had. All right, so they did mark off the 5 yards. I don't think we'll try it again.
No, certainly not.
But it sure was nice to see that it worked. All right, count those down linemen. All right, we got plenty of them now. Number 2 goes back for West Monroe to receive around the 25-yard line.
That was, other than the penalty, it was well executed.
Nice snap and a very nice high punt. Fair catch called at the 20. It's going to bounce favorably to the Rebels.
Rebel bounce to the 19.
Nicely done by Brennan Davis, who gets the ball down to the 19-yard line. That's where the West Monroe team will take over. It is a storied team here. They've got 2 national championships, 1998 and 2000. And they got a bunch of state championships, 93, 96, 97, 98, 2000, 2005, 2009, and 2011. And they left room for some more. But it's been 13 years since they've rung that state championship bell. I know they're hungry for it. This year, starting at 4 and 3, though, they'd have to do a lot from here on out.
They still have a tough schedule, too.
They do. They got Ruston and Neville ahead of them. All right, from the shotgun, a handoff to the right, number 8, the bruising runner, who goes into the air and has his feet taken out from underneath him by Jacob Miranda after a very short gain. 2-yard gain, 1.5 yards for him. Let's give him 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9, and Jacob Miranda just came up, and he tried to hurdle him, and Jacob took his feet out from underneath him.
I said, no, not today.
All right, got a man. Do we have coverage on the man in the slot on the bottom of the screen? I don't see anybody on him. And they're going to run straight ahead. He's going to get hit again. Really another short gain, maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain out to the 21. This started at the 19. They'll get him to the 22, so it'll be 3rd and 7. And the Pineville Rebels have really done a good job on these 2 plays of stopping the run. West Monroe effective in the air. Hoping to be joined by Robert Anderson at halftime. He is recovering from open heart surgery, started his cardiac rehab today, and I talked to him on the way up here, and he's hoping to join us during the halftime, give us his first half analysis. 2 receivers at the bottom. They're going to look to one of them, throw in a little receiver screen, and he's going to be hit short of the first down, going to be about a yard short at the 28-yard line. Jacob Miranda again in on that stop.
They look like they're no. We'll send the punt team.
So wisdom being the better part of valor, or valor being the better, I don't know what that saying is, but nevertheless they're going to punt. 31 back around his own 13-yard line, set to punt. Rebels want to get a return.
Anticipate a punt.
Oh, and we jumped. And we're going to give them 5 yards. And a first down. That's the kind of, you hate that. I'm not going to call the player, because he's beating himself up. He doesn't need any more. But you hate to give him a first down like that. As the referees are consulting, no, there was no contact. So I don't know if it was a situation where he jumped and got back in time because, the referee is really late making this call.
They haven't moved the chains or nothing.
Bring the crowd mic up. I think they're motioning. I don't know what they're motioning. Flag is on the ground at the 30.
On the blue team.
They're saying it's on the offense. Was that
moving them back?
Is that an inducement? False start. His hand went to his head, and then it sounded like. I don't know what it sounded like. All right, so they'll punt it.
Him up 5 though. He'll
punting. Stand inside his 10 at the 8 instead of at the 13. The Rebels will try to get a return on. Ball's on the ground. He's got to run with it. Rebels can get a stop deep in their territory.
Yes.
And it's there for number 41, Jerron Pearson.
Marked him down at the 10.
And the Pineville Rebels will have the ball inside West Monroe's 10-yard line. What a great play, and just goes to show how that momentum can shift on a simple little penalty that gets in your head. The snap was low, punter couldn't hold it, and he picks it up, tries to run with the ball, tackled inside the 10 or right at the 10, and actually they're showing 1st and goal inside the 10. 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Rebels trail 7-0 against West Monroe, but knocking on the door.
Got to capitalize here.
No doubt. Had a chance on our 4th down punt. They bring a man in, faking a screen. Now it's going to be Aiden Tate with trying to do a direct run. He's going to be brought down for no gain at the 10. Aiden Tate playing quarterback, but he can also run the ball, being a dual threat there. Zach Tranchina getting a block in front of him, but then penetration was there as an outside. They're sneaking in. They're sniffing it out. Now they give it to Hakeem on the no. Aiden Tate up the middle. Boom!
Touchdown.
No! Boom!
Touchdown.
Baby boom! There's a play of the game for you right there. It's the touchdown for the Rebels, capitalizing on the turnover.
2-play drive, 10 yards, Aiden Tate.
Let's see if the ball replay will work for you. There, Zach Tranchina getting a block, have the ball at him, but 10-yard line. Penetration was there out. I thought he was sneaking in. They're sniffing it out. Now they give it to Hakeem. No, Aiden Tate up the middle. Boom! No, boom, baby boom. To get the 6 points. Now going for the 7th point.
Mr. Jockley.
Snap. The ball's on the ground. Bad snap. It's going to be a no conversion. It'll remain 7-6. But, hey, the Rebels are on the board, and we'll bring you that scoreboard on your screen when we come back after this timeout. Welcome you back to Don Shaw's Field, where the Pineville Rebels trail 7-6, but they got on the board taking advantage of the, I guess you'd call it a turnover, the fumbled snap on the punt.
Punter couldn't catch it.
So a 1-point differential here. West Monroe leads by 1. Pineville with the short, anticipating the little stubby kickoff. The poocher to this side, it will be around the 30-yard line, and he thought about kneeling it down, but instead returns and gets knocked out of bounds inside the 40, I think.
Mark him down.
Ooh, got him all the way out to
44.
I thought they had him at the 40, but they'll take over at the 44. A couple of updates for you. Menard trailing 14-0 in the first quarter against Kinder in South Louisiana. Ruston leading 7-0 over Ash. And Tioga up 7-0 over Peabody. So a couple of scores for you from around the 446 network of sports teams broadcasting. 1st and 10 from the 44 for the West Monroe Rebels. I don't need to call them Rebels anymore. Try not to. Under West center. Monroe. Just the West Monroe. Oh, he got a big open, but coming up from the backfield, Jacob Miranda took his feet out from underneath him. He had room to run.
Room to grow, didn't he?
He sure did. But Jacob Miranda came
up.
We got to get a good, name for the Bloodhound or something because he sniffs the ball out. We got the Headhunter and the Bloodhound. Maybe not. We'll find another good name, the Heat-Seeking Missile or something. All right, 2nd and 6 coming up from the 48-yard line. Still under center, DeJean for West Monroe. Turns around and hands it off again, straight ahead. He does get a couple of moves, and he got another almost 10 yards on that one. 9 yards give him to the 42-yard line of the Pineville Rebels. And Pineville is going to make a substitution, bringing in a little bit of a heavier look there. They're bringing in number 62, Tyrene Richardson, in place of Brennan Davis, so trying to get a little more weight on that line in anticipation of West Monroe grinding out the runs. 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Your Rebels trail 7-6. All right, I formation under center. DeJean calls for the ball, hands off to the front man. He's going to keep it now and toss it, and wide open number 7, who gets knocked out of bounds. But it was kind of an option play, a fake to the front man. Then the quarterback kept it and then optioned it out to number 1, who picks up about 4 yards.
38.
Exactly 4 minutes on the clock. It stopped when he went out of bounds. West Monroe lines up again in the I. DeJean brings in a man in the slot on the right-hand side, number 4. Snap the ball, handoff straight ahead. Again, he's still moving straight ahead.
Picked up the first down.
Is that number 5 with the ball?
I think so. I heard Willis.
We'll count on their PA announcer. He knows his guys better than we do. When these 2 players with the same number, you got to look at the number, then you got to figure out which one's the defensive back, which one's the running back. 1st and 10 for the West Monroe team. How about that?
That was almost a gain of 10, too.
Now from the shotgun, DeJean calls the ball, looking downfield. He's got a man across the middle. He's going to be double-teamed and tackled, brought down by LaMarcus Thurs along with Jerron Pearson. Pearson getting in on a lot of tackles here. Not a name we've called a whole lot in the past. He's listed as a defensive lineman, but he ends up playing some linebacker out there. I'm not seeing Micah out there right now. I'm not sure if is that. You'll have to tell me if you see Micah. All right, 2nd and 1. Toss to number 7, and he's going to do some
hurdles
and some scoring. McNeil's the name. Touchdown is his game.
He just ran right up the middle and hurdled one guy and took it in.
Beautiful run for West Monroe from, 13 out or so. And it's the 2nd touchdown with the swinging gate formation lined up. They come out of it. Rebels have seen them try it once this season. The opposing team tried the fake play. PAT attempted. It's good. At least from here it is.
14-6.
14-6, your score as you see it on the screen. 2:55 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with more action. Rebels receive right after this.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Pineville Rebels back to receive, trailing 14-6. Got on the scoreboard after a conversion, taking advantage of a turnover, a missed snap by the punter. Rebels punched it in from 10 yards out on the Aiden Tate run and stretch. But West Monroe has scored twice, although they were stopped on one of their drives. They've scored on 2 of their drives, and now will kick off from the 40. It's going to be a high kick. Pushing back to around the 5. I believe that's Sanders with the ball. He's going to cut back up inside in the middle. He's got a lane. He's now cutting to his right. One man to beat at the 40. He's got to spin to the 41-yard line.
Man, it's about a 35-yard return.
Very, very nice run for Ty Sanders. We call him the headhunter, but love to see him get those returns. So he gets out to the 40, started at the 5. You are right, 35-yard return for Ty Sanders. And I tell you what, his mama was out there going, Sanders, 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 Sanders. You better do it, Sanders. I've heard her in the stands. She loves cheering her kid. Yeah, absolutely.
Probably one of the more passionate fans we got.
No doubt about it, and one of the most supportive as well. All right, straight ahead, Hakeem Mix. He's going to get into the backfield, and he's going to pick up about 5.
He was hitting the backfield.
Just when you thought he was going down, that little bubble just kept moving. All right, they give him 4, 2nd and 6. Tate calls for the ball. Straight ahead handoff to Hakeem again. He's going to be into the backfield again and pick up about 5. They'll give him 4 more. So 3rd and 2.
Both times you thought he was down.
I know.
He comes out and he's still running.
You've got 2 receivers down at the bottom. Justin Rachel up at the top by himself. Tranchina up in the H-back with Hakeem behind Aiden Tate as they look near side for the play. 3rd and 2, you've got to convert. Tranchina now moves to the left, and that's the side Hakeem runs on. He's going to be really close to the first down. They should give him, they're marking it just short.
Oh.
Just short.
It's going to be 4th and inches.
So
you got to go. Huh?
At this point in the middle of the field, I think you go for it. They're going to bring in a heavy O-lineman as Rachel will check out, and they'll bring in a heavier body on the left-hand side by Phillip Belts. He will a lot of times plays that left tackle position. It's 4th and inches, as you said. Just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Straight ahead to Hakeem. He's got the first down.
Hard run, but he got it. Picked up, about 2 or 3?
Yes, sir. He gets to the 4. There's a flag. The referees were calling for it up here. I'm sorry, the coaches were calling. I could hear them in the other room, but I don't know why they were wanting it to be called. We'll try to pick up the referee and see what motion he gives or what signal. Pineville coaches up here in the press box with us. They're the next room over. Doors closed because they're pretty loud, and I'm not too upset about that.
West Monroe's backing up, though. That's a good sign.
That's a very good sign. Probably more of a personal foul type call because as far back as they've gone. He was brought down at the 48.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
Interesting.
Thought I heard face mask, too, maybe.
15 yards will be tacked on to the end of Hakeem Mix's first down run.
We'll take it.
And the referee gets his flag back.
Set down to about the 33.
1st and 10 from the 33 for the Rebels. And they stay with the heavy O on the line. Got Matt Edwards at the bottom. Aiden calls for the ball. He's going to hand it to Hakeem again, and Hakeem does get stopped at the line with a short gain of maybe 1. But you notice he didn't go down. He stayed on his feet.
6 of them gathered all around him.
Shall we dance?
He's a tough kid.
They give him 2 on that run. And I just enjoyed talking to him Wednesday night at the coaches show. In motion goes Phillips, who had the touchdown pass dropped earlier. He's in on the left-hand side. He's slanting. Now they go to another guy in the middle, number 3. Matt Edwards has the ball for the first down.
To Matt. At the 18.
So what about a 13-yard pass out to the 19-yard line? They had Kilmarian moving on a slant on the left. Now Aiden Tate's going to go straight ahead. He'll get brought down after no gain. That one kind of bulldozed him down. They'll give him 1, 2nd and 9. But the Rebels have just really moved the ball well. 2 men in motion. You've got both Edwards and Phillips going to set up on the left-hand side. Nobody receiving at the bottom. Tranchina blocking on the right.
Aiden's got a good arm.
He does. Got a tight end on the left as well. Aiden's looking into the end zone. He's got touchdown
Rebels.
Show it. Touchdown Rebels.
Who was that? Tate to who?
I think that was to Kilmarian.
Yep, it was.
So he gets a little sweetness back there, and the Rebels add 6 more.
That's the end of the first quarter, it looks like.
They will. The Rebels going for 2, lined up for 2. Be nice to tie it if they could. Now they do the little swinging gate. Hey, we'll show everybody else we can do it. Rebels trying to bring it back to within 1 as Jocko Lee is lined up for the kick. Snap is there. Ball is up. It sure looks good from where I'm at. It looks good from where the referees are, too. It's a 14-13 game at the end of first.
Great drive.
We'll come back to cap it right after this. Pineville Rebels have come to play. They're showing that they can match them punch for punch. 2 touchdowns apiece. The only thing missing is the PAT in the first touchdown. The Rebels missed that one on the low snap, but it's a 14-13 contest after 1 quarter of play. And Kevin, recap that drive for us.
That was a 8-play. Ended with Aiden Tate to Kilmarian pass, but started all the way back the 40-yard line.
Nice. You said 8-play drive covering 60 yards. And how much time was on the clock at the start of that drive? Did you note that?
2:43.
All right, so that's how much time it took off. Took out the entire first quarter. Man, I love that. A nice sustained drive, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of running by Kilmarian.
We got
by Hakeem Mix.
Personal foul certainly helped.
It certainly did.
That's part of football.
That's part of it. You got to play disciplined. Rebels set to kick off. West Monroe looking for an onside kick. It's a low bouncing ball picked up at the 34-yard line. 22 with it. He's going around to his left, and he'll be brought down at the 30.
At 38.
Yeah, so just a short gain on the east to west run instead of north to south. Actually, in this field, he was going north because the field is laid out east to west, but that's typically not how we call it. So 1st and 10 for West Monroe from the 39-yard line. Defense of the Rebels out again. They did get a stop on the second drive, if I recall, for the West Monroe, and that's where we got that low snap and the turnover. So the Pineville Rebels has shown their ability to get a stop. 2 receivers at the bottom, 2 in the backfield with the quarterback. DeJean has it. He's going to hand it off to the man running to the right. Hit in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short game. Fumble and recover. But they're showing the ball. The referee is saying the ball was down. He's saying that the ball came out after contact with the ground, so a 4-yard gain. 4 came up with the recovery, and it would have been almost a loss. He was tackled for a loss, but they say the ball was down by contact. All right, back under center now. Quarterback DeJean has got the up man right behind him. He turns around to the second runner, and that running back gets a couple of blocks and is going to pick up about 7 yards right at the first down. And it is a first down to the 49-yard line. So the up back was right behind the quarterback, then the deep back had a head of steam by the time he got the ball. 1st and 10 for West Monroe. 10:57 to go here in the second quarter. Let me update that.
Another handoff up the middle, a lot of big hole, and it looks like he's going to take it. One man to beat, take it to the house. Wow.
So 22 outruns Jacob Miranda. Jacob got up to him, but that desperation drive was not successful. West Monroe will add 6 more to their score, 20-13, with the PAT lined up for the swinging gate.
It's about a 49 if I right.
Yeah, once he got past the DBs, Jacob tried to catch him from behind and just about got him there, but no, that was 22, I believe, that had that touchdown run. PAT coming up momentarily. And then the timeout. Looks good. It's good. All right, 21-13. The West Monroe team does score quickly. Pineville Rebels will receive when we come back.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight? We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Your Rebels are back to receive, trailing 21-13 after the big 49-yard touchdown run by West Monroe. Didn't take much time off the clock on that drive. Just a couple of plays and into the end zone. Last kickoff, if you recall, Ty Sanders got a big return, got us out to the 40. We'll see if they kick it away from Ty this time. Here comes the kick, and they are going to do a poocher kick. It's going to be fielded at the 27-yard line.
He's hit hard, but he
hit
stays
hard.
on his
Hakeem
feet.
Mix holds on to it somehow. And
They give him to the 27.
well, he was spun around. Was Hakeem going to pick up a piece of cloth that dropped from his jersey there? But Rebels will take over at the 27-yard line with 10:35 to go in the second quarter. Have moved the ball well, have the Rebels, and hope that trend continues. Got 2 receivers up at the top for Pineville, Trenchina in the H-back. Hakeem right beside Aiden. It's going to be handed off. No, Aiden's going to take it on the right-hand side. This score, and he hurdles, gets the first down for the Rebels. That's the same run that last week resulted in an 80-yard touchdown run for Aiden Tate. And I believe he's going to be over 1,000 yards shortly. He only needed 19 yards, as I recall, to break the 1,000-yard mark for the season. He got 10 right there. Hand off to Hakeem straight up the middle. He's going to pick up another 2 or 3. Give him 3 to the 41. We're going to turn down that band just a little bit. I'm sure you can hear them through our microphones. Their drums are literally outside the window where we're sitting.
We can feel the
ground shakes.
Oh, they jumped.
They did jump. Did West Monroe. Should be 5 for Pineville. 2 of them jumped across the line, both on the left and the right side, and you'll see a substitution made.
It's when the fans say you can't do that.
Kevin Davis, the head coach here, having to walk in the shadows of Don Shows, who will forever be hailed as a giant among football coaches. 2nd and 2 coming up for Pineville. Chance to do something downfield if you want to. Aiden Tate's looking for a man. He's got him going across the middle and almost threw it into the hands of a waiting defensive back. He was trying to find Matt Edwards on a slant, really a crossing pattern between the two wideouts over here. 3rd and 2 now coming up. Question is, will it be Tate or Mix? Tate holds it, and he's going to run into the line. He'll be short. Actually didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, a loss of 1. Rebels acting like they're going for it at the 45. 9:25 to go in the second quarter. Rebels trail 21-13. Aiden Tate snaps his hands, kind of wanting to catch the West Monroe team jumping. Didn't work. He gives it to Hakeem. Hakeem's bouncing out to the left. He's going to cut it up for the first down, plus a couple more. 5-yard pickup for Hakeem Mix gives the Rebels a first down. Move the chains at the 50. That's the first time I've really seen Hakeem bust it to the outside. He's done everything up the middle, but that time.
They need to turn him loose on the outside a little bit more.
All right, back to pass. Aiden Tate now is going to have to step up into a collapsing pocket and be sacked for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 coming up. Clock continues to run. 8:45 to go in the second quarter. Our 2 receivers on this side swap places. You've got Kelmarian in the slot, Justin Rochelle here at the bottom, Tranchina in the H-back. Aiden now looking at Kelmarian, looking downfield, trying to find somebody. He's going. It's going to be an intercepted.
The double coverage.
Intercepted and brought down Kelmarian, ends up making the tackle on the Pineville side of the 50. It'll be at the 47-yard line where West Monroe will take over. I know Aiden wishes he could have that one back. It just floated on him a little bit.
Linebacker was sitting and waiting.
Not the bullet pass you wanted at that point. Let me give you a couple of sporting scores. Looks like Ash has tied it up 7 all. Monroe, I'm sorry, I keep saying Monroe. Menard trailing 24-0 Kinder. And Tioga is up 14-0 in their contest tonight. Okay, man in motion goes behind the quarterback. It's going to be a pass to him in the left flat, and he's going to be brought down on a shoestring tackle by Jacob Miranda.
He got the first down, pass for 10.
So we mentioned Tioga up 14-0 against Peabody in their district game. 1st and 10 and there's a fake pass with a run up the middle. I heard the whistle from the band. I thought that was a whistle from the field. It faked me out. Did you hear that whistle too?
Yes, I did.
I thought they were whistling to stop the play.
For our listeners, the band is right in front of us. They were blowing their whistle. Sounded like a whistle on the field.
2nd and 1 for West Monroe. Back to pass. He's got 5 receivers. A flag is up in the air. It's going to be an incomplete pass as the receiver was open but couldn't come down with it. It may be a hold. We'll see what the call is. Flag was at the 30-yard line. Keep waiting for the referee to make the call. Now he looks to make the motion, and it's going to be false start. And it's really weird. They didn't stop the play, so it must have been an illegal procedure. Maybe he wasn't lined up on the line. Yeah, where he dropped the flag it could have been where he didn't check in right on the line. 2nd and 7. He's going to fake the pass again, but a run right up the middle, and he is big enough hole to get a first down at the 20-yard line, so about a 13-yard pickup. And a first down gain for West Monroe. Clock continues to roll, 7:29. 2 receivers on the bottom, 1 at the top. Now the back moves over to more of an H-back position next to the quarterback. He's going to hand it to him, running around the left-hand side and driven out of bounds after a short gain.
At about the 18.
I think, is that T.J. Edwards that knocked him out? I can't tell. T.J. is, I think that's who that was on the right-hand side. Got a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. Come on, defense. Let's hold them right here. Bend, but do not break. DeJean, the quarterback for West Monroe, has played both under center and in the shotgun as they wait for the call to come in. 2 receivers down at the bottom, 1 at the top, and now he goes back into the shotgun formation. It's going to be a toss over coming around to the right, and the hole is open there for number 4.
Touchdown.
Give 6 points to number 4.
18-yard run, 5 plays.
Not a backbreaker, but definitely disheartening a little bit because some of those plays were big plays. And now the Rebels will have to go out on defense again in the swinging gate, making sure the West Monroe team does not trickeration us out of the. And they do not. They go into a regular setup. Oh, they're going to go for 2, and he's tackled for the loss. Great job there by none other than LaMarcus Thurs, whose name I've not called much tonight, player of the game a few weeks ago, but he gets the stop, and we'll have the timeout. Back with more right after this.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Welcome back to Don Chow's Field in West Monroe, where the Rebels of Pineville are set to receive, trailing 27-13. Exactly 14 points, 2 touchdowns, but they can get one of them back on this series of downs, we certainly do hope. 10 yards back is the kicker. Makes his way forward and gets his foot into it. It's going to be a nice short kick at the 23-yard line. Now moving his way around to the right and brought down after no gain was number 3, Matt Edwards. Thought he could get around, but the slicing and dicing defender got there and stopped him for no gain. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from the 23. All right, sustained drive is what's got to happen here. Run the clock and get the touchdown. Let's go Rebels. Aiden Tate calls for the ball. Now looks near side. Same call come in. No audible change that we can tell. Back to pass. Looking downfield. He's got Matt Edwards, who is going to be close to the first down, maybe a yard short around the 31-yard line.
He had to go up and get that one, didn't he?
He sure did, and he came down with sure hands as well. They give him 8 yards on the reception to the 31. Got to get to the 33 for the first down. And that was pass all the way. Aiden now looks near. I like the confidence. We got 3 receivers at the bottom. Kelmarian in the slot along with Matt.
Hakeem in the backfield.
Rolling to his right. A designed roll play is going to be tossed out of bounds. And that's the first time I've seen a designed roll play for Aiden Tate. They were looking downfield to get something on the 3 receivers on the bottom at the bottom. Now they bring Kelmarian up to the top as along with Matt Edwards. They're going to go where there's more real estate. Hakeem now goes into the slot at the bottom with an empty backfield for Tate.
Got 5 wide receivers.
So if they fall back into a prevent defense, Aiden Tate could run the ball for the first down. They're going to we have a flag, and they whistle the ball dead. And I do not know who it was going to be on. but it was whistled dead, which usually means the offense moved or the defense encroached. And it's an offensive penalty, 5 yards back for the Rebels. Instead of 3rd and 2, it'll be 3rd and 7. Somebody go just take that bass drum away from that guy. Take his mallet. I mean, the ground shakes every time he hits that thing. Or maybe they're stomping. I think that's what it is. They're stomping. I feel the earth shake. Man in motion is a couple of men in motion. Matt Edwards to the bottom, 36 into the game in the slot for the first time. That is, I don't have him on my, he's the freshman, Preston. Aiden Tate's in trouble. He's got to find somebody to throw it to. It's going to be a income. Is it a reception? Is it a reception?
They're talking.
Is it a reception? Is it a reception? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
3 of them talking.
3 of them. Can you hear me now? It's a reception. First down for the Rebels.
Pineville.
Man.
What a catch.
It took a while for that one to be decided, didn't it? The Verizon spokesperson, can you hear me now? We didn't hear him for a while, but when we heard him, we liked what we heard. First down for the Rebels.
Saw it on replay there.
On the giant screen. This 36, I believe his name is Preston Coleman. I'm not sure. He's a freshman. He's in the slot on the bottom, 2 receivers. And they got him. I thought they had a man off. It's going to be fumble is what it's going to be on trying to get the little toss to Hakeem. Hakeem able to recover. I thought the defensive player got across before the snap, but it's going to be a 2-yard loss. That defensive back came in on a blitz, and nobody touched him. He was in the backfield and broke up the connection point. They bring Preston up to the top now, 3 receivers up there, 1 at the bottom, really near the sideline. Back to pass. Hayden looking downfield. He's got a man. Oh, how did he catch that ball? Is that Justin Rachel? Oh, my goodness. He still got the ball.
He caught it, dropped it, caught it.
And both players are hurt. Both players are down on that huge impact. I'm going to have it on the instant replay. Hayden looking downfield. The ball gets to him. It hits it. He juggles it. How did he catch that ball? Somehow held on to the ball. This instant replay is absolutely phenomenal. But Rachel down, Hayden looking downfield. How did he catch that ball? We're going to go to a timeout and check on these players. When we come back, Rebels will have first down.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup,
coming off the field under his own strength, Justin Rachel, number 15, shaking his head. And he did that a couple of weeks ago. You might remember, had that huge hit. I called it a touchdown. It wasn't. But this time, he held on to the ball. And I know his family's proud of his toughness, and the team is as well. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from the West Monroe 48-yard line. What a hit. What a catch. Handoff, flag on the far right-hand side. Hakeem's going to fall forward and pick up about 3. But with the flag being thrown at the line of scrimmage, I'm afraid that one's going to come back. Referee looks near side. That's the penalties against Pineville. So we'll take off 5 yards and do it over. I got to say, that catch by Justin Rachel, oh my goodness, what an amazing concentration. He tips the ball, juggles it,
gets
it again, and then gets hit at that second and holds on to it. Golly, the toughness. 1st and 15. Man in motion. That's Kelmarian, I believe. Now he's setting near side. Aiden's looking downfield. He's got nobody, and it's going to be almost intercepted, but 34 went for the ball. It would have been a spectacular grab if he would have come down with it. It'll be 2nd and 15. for the Rebels after that. And Rachel back in the game, you'll notice, at the 45-yard line, right next to Matt Edwards. Got Rachel in the slot. Mix is in the backfield along with Tate. And I can't see who's on the far end over there. It may be Perry, number 12.
Junks it up.
Out of bounds pass. Okay, that's 13. Garrett Jackson. No. Yeah, Garrett Jackson. That's who that is over there. Been a little quiet, but he's had some sure hands in the past. So it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Rebels. They got across the midfield mark, but then knocked back on the penalty. 2 incomplete passes. Clock stopped at 4:35 on the incomplete.
Timeout, Pineville.
And Pineville says, let's figure out what we want to do, and we're going to do the same right here. We'll be back after this timeout on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
What a contest it is. The score looks big, but it sure feels closer than a 27-13 game, as the Pineville Rebels have shown some gumption, including that big hit that I've just got to bring to you one more time. The catch by Justin Rachel on the pass from Aiden Tate, and you'll see Justin gobbles the ball and then comes down with it, somehow rolls over holding it, and then says, ouch. 3rd and 15 for the Rebels, but he held on to it. I hope that's the spark. There's going to be some razzle-dazzle for the Rebels as move back. A reverse is going to pick up about 5 back to the for Kelmarian.
Original.
It'll be 4th and 10. And the Rebels will punt and play the field position game with 4:19 and rolling. Do have some stats for you that we'll try to bring a little bit later. Here's the punt. It's going to be a nice one. Fair catch called for, and the Rebels are going to watch it roll inside the 10
bounce
down to the 3-yard line. How about that? That would be a play of the game as well, as I consider the way that field position is played. Bring a little bit later. Here's the punt. It's going to be one of the best punts of the season, and the Rebels are going to watch it roll inside the 10, down inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. I love seeing that special teams play by the Rebels. So we are at 3:49 to go. West Monroe will take over at their 3-yard line. Pineville Rebels, this is a great opportunity to get a defensive stop.
Quick.
And force them to punt on if you could get a 3 and out. Both teams have 2 timeouts, if I recall. In the end zone, handoff is going to be a hit at the line of scrimmage and pick up maybe 2 out to the 5-yard line. The handoff was in the end zone as DeJean had to turn around and hand off back there. We're going to hopefully connect with Coach. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if we can get this connection point made.
Hand off up the middle. Short gain. Give them till about the 8-yard line.
Thank you for doing the play-by-play while I tried to get the
might have been a pickup of about 3. Looks like 3rd and.
All right, I am connected, I believe, with Anderson, who's going to try to get us with the coach at the end of the half.
Stop. Let's go, Rebels.
All right, and we have a timeout. Pineville calls it to stop the clock. 2:48 to go. That's a great timeout because it does stop them from just running a bunch of clock. And on this 3rd and 4, if you can get the stop, you'll force them to punt. You'll still have over 2 minutes to go with really decent field position. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take the timeout. Be right back with more from 446 Sports.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible. So if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Okay, you've had no sound over all of that. Thank you for that call from the recliner spectator seat, Robert Anderson. We've been doing all that great talking. Nobody's been hearing anything.
Well,
we were hooping and
some
hollering.
of my best.
It was your best.
Color commentary.
You'll have to do it all over again. Thank you, Robert, for letting us know. Man, I don't know what happened there. Thank you, my brother. All right, we're going to talk to Robert Anderson in the halftime. He'll give us an analysis of all we've done wrong as well as done right. West Monroe takes over with 52 seconds to go. Rebels, just don't let them get behind you. It's going to be thrown to number 1. He'll get the reception.
Thought he was going to jump that.
Yeah, it looked like the coaches up here were saying jump the pass. If he'd gotten that pick 6, it would have been nobody's business except Pineville's to celebrate. Instead, it's a 6-yard gain. Clock continues to roll at 34 seconds. West Monroe seems to content just to snap the ball. Clock at 25 seconds. He's looking to throw it, looking downfield. He's got a man who's wide open. No, please. He thankfully does not come up with a reception.
Bobbled it and dropped it. Boy, that was a touchdown if he'd have brought that in.
All I can say is 3rd and 4, but the number 17 got behind the Rebel defense, and had he come up with that reception, now look, that would have been 6 more points. Ouch. Okay, so the clock did stop at 17.
They're not content to go.
No, they're not. I thought they were just content to run a play, but Pineville Rebels, I see the defensive backs falling back into more of a prevent. 17 seconds to go here in the second quarter. He's got a man short. It's going to be incomplete again with 13 seconds. That one only took 4 seconds off the clock. Would have been a first down at the 35, but number 13 unable to capitalize and bring it in. Brings up 4th down. And the punting team comes out. There's an interesting turn of events. How about a big old return for Ty Sanders? 13 seconds to go. Take it to the house, Ty.
Let's block for him, guys.
Ooh, what a deep one.
Go, Ty.
Ty has the ball at the 38. He's going to be brought down at the 43.
Ran into a blue wall, didn't he?
And they need to stop the clock. They do with 3 seconds. Rebels will take over at the 44. No chance of a down ball with a field goal. You just got to – you've heard of Hail Mary. This is the time to chunk it.
Let Aiden chunk it, man. He's been throwing the ball really well tonight.
So how big of a play is that when he loses his helmet, has to come out? We've got the ball driving down. The ball is spotted at the 47. So Aiden Tate, this is your chance. We only have 2 receivers at the bottom, Kilmarian and Matt Edwards. Got Mix in the backfield. He's going to run behind Mix inside. Cutting does Tate. He's going to pick up 3 yards, and that will be the halftime score, 27-13. But remember, the Rebels will take over. They will receive the ball to start the second half, and I'm checking to see Anderson. I believe we have Coach Bryant Bell with us. Coach Bell, thank you for joining us this evening. Man, we were so close to scoring there at the end, and it didn't quite happen, but that big hit on Justin Rachel, what toughness do you see in him?
He's a very tough kid. He just got the wind knocked out of him. He's okay.
Man, when he held on that ball, we were so excited to see that. It could be the spark. You receive in the second half. How do you feel about the second half coming up?
I feel great. We're going to get the ball. We're going to go score on them and make it a ball game here in the second half.
You guys are doing great. Thank you, Coach, for your time. We look forward to seeing you do it in the second half. Go Rebels.
Appreciate it.
All right, Bryant Bell, I appreciate him talking to us, taking that time to let us know that Justin Rachel is okay, and we look forward to hearing him or seeing what happens here in the second half. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll have some stats for you. We're on the backside of the halftime show, so you don't get to see the pretty side of those banners out there, but we're going to go take a little timeout, let some sponsors talk to you. When we come back, we'll have some stats, and we'll have Robert Anderson bringing you analysis from the Lazy Boy. How about that? Is it a Lazy Boy brand that you've got at home?
Oh, yeah, Lazy Boy chair.
All right, so analysis from the Lazy Boy with Robert Anderson after this timeout.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason, Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online,
But why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save money. So talk to Hawk at 318-1-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use. Anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible. So if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app. Easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
And we welcome you back to West Monroe, where what you're looking at is the backside of the football field, or the halftime show being put on by the West Monroe band here. But Landon is going to turn that camera around and show you the giant screen on the left-hand side, so you'll actually get to see what it looks like from the front as he zooms in on their Jumbotron, as they call it. And so there's what's happening here on the field. And I'm going to also, what I'm going to do to help out a little bit is take that scoreboard off so that you can, well, no, you don't need it. I'll leave it on there because we are at halftime. All right, so we're joined on the phone by Robert Anderson. Robert, are you hearing me right there?
I'm hearing you, my friend.
Perfect, man, and great to have you here. Let me make sure I got the right one up. So great to have you on the line with us. You're watching the game from home and even telling me when we have no sound. Thank you for doing a little production work from home.
You know, when you sit here and you were right when you said I'm in the recliner, and this is my little bit of my mainstay right now has been in the recliner. But you know, things are starting to progress and starting to get better, and maybe in a couple of weeks I'll see y'all back at the DC Bill Bates Stadium for the finale.
We certainly hope to have you with us in the final game, the senior game, which will be against Ouachita coming up in 2 weeks from tonight, and I hope you can be there, and maybe we'll even have a Jumbotron like the one on the screen. Possibly.
That's what I'm talking about. You were talking about the young kid, the little quarterback. You were pronouncing him DeJean. His actual last name is DeJean.
Okay.
His daddy was a former, like a 7-year veteran Major League Baseball player, and his dad played down at Denham Springs and Walker.
Well, of course you would know that, like a good color man. That's the kind of stuff. See, you
know, right?
All right, so Kevin is apprenticing
I'm just
tonight.
filling in for you, Robert.
And the only problem we had, Robert, was that he provided the very best color commentary when I had the mic muted.
Yes, you should have heard it.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah. Best ever.
I believe it.
All right,
believe it for
so
sure.
you're following the game from there. What are you seeing that the Rebels are doing that you like? The Pineville Rebels, I should say.
I like the way we're running the, on the offensive side of the ball. We're actually moving the ball. We're, Aiden's, spreading the ball around, made some good passes, and kudos to Aiden. That run put him over 1,000 yards for the year, and that's a big feat. Playing 5A football in Louisiana.
Yeah, I was looking the other day. I think he was ranked he was in the top 15 of rushers in Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. I know he was in the top 20. I think he was like number 13 or 14, which is pretty impressive.
That's great.
I think he had 988 going into tonight's game, so about 12 yards put him over the 1,000-yard mark.
And he's got 33 on the contest so far, according to the stats given to us by Jordan Meisner, and we appreciate those stats as well.
Guys, special teams, we're playing pretty well. Other than, we had the first down on that block. On the fake punt, and unfortunately we had a penalty. But special teams is playing well, and Brennan's kicking, pinning the ball deep in their territory. But we're doing okay. Once a Rebel, always a Rebel.
No
doubt.
And I
don't mean West Monroe. And I don't mean West Monroe.
We're talking to Robert Anderson, the number 1 Rebel, who is cheering on his Rebels from home as he recovers from cardiac surgery and you started cardiac rehab today, right?
That's correct, and I've got 3 months of that. So I'm scheduled to go for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the next 3 months.
Well,
so
we wish you absolutely the very best because we need you at your best. And, I know that to me, there's no greater Rebel fan than Robert Anderson. Appreciate you joining us where you are right now. As you look at the stats that Jordan has provided, does anything really stand out to you?
Yeah, the first thing was, I'm not used to seeing West Monroe throw for, 10 passes, in the first half. I'm normally seeing, 22 rushes, 30-some-odd rushes in the first half, and not seeing them, throw the ball, that much. Normally they run out of that I formation, and they'll just, constantly. But it was, something different seeing them come out in the first series and ran the ball one time, and that was on a touchdown.
Yeah, so they definitely came out throwing. Their They are 10 of 13, so definitely some good numbers up there for 97 yards. They do have that one touchdown pass and then 3 touchdown rushes that they have put up tonight. They lost 1 fumble, and then you look at the penalties. They've had 4 penalties for 30 yards. One interesting thing is that they're only 1 of 5 on third down conversions, and they're 0 of 1 on fourth down. We did stop them and force the turnover, and I think that may have been that punt where that fourth down would have been marked there. So different, that botched reception of the snap. Pineville on the other side has 22 rushes for 62 yards, 5 receptions for 66 on 5 of 12. We do have 2 interceptions, and one of those was in the end zone when the Rebels were marching down towards the end of the second quarter. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus on that. That's just an unfortunate situation where Aiden Tate was tackled on a run, lost his helmet, had to come out of the play, and then the backup quarterback came in and had to throw a pass into the end zone and threw an interception there. And I'm sure your heart dropped on that one. You're getting a cardiac workout just watching this tonight.
Oh, yeah, it is. And I tell you what, just kudos to Justin Rashell. I mean, he took a big shot on that play, was able to hold on. And, he took that big one at Neville 2 weeks ago and bounced right back. And, great kid. And I got to give a shout out. At one time I saw 3 baseball players out there, the Edwards, the Jackson, and Jared, and Justin Rashell out there, and I love seeing those baseball players out there as well, because we got pretty good hands.
Absolutely. Looking at the defensive side of things, Jacob Miranda has 6 tackles. Lamarcus Thurs has 8 tackles. TJ Edwards with 6 as well. And a lot of contributions by guys all over the place playing good defense. I know you're saying when you say you're down 27-13, that's good defense, but they really have. They've held them to 1 in 5 on the third down conversions, and got I guess you'd call that special teams converting. But both the kick, getting them inside the 5, and then having the turnover at the 10. So,
stopped them on the extra point.
And stopped them on the extra point.
Exactly. We played very well on third down, and against a good ball club like West Monroe, you got to win that battle there. And I'm very impressed, with the kids, the way they're playing. They're playing hard. Like I said, if we score a touchdown right there at the end, at the end of the first half, we get the ball coming out the second half, we're looking at possibly a 14-point swing, and we're right down there at 27-26, And but those things happen. You just learn to build from them and grow off of them, and it's okay.
Absolutely. Robert Anderson, thank you for providing us with that excellent analysis from home, and hopefully I know you're enjoying the good camera work of our star camera operator, Landon Anderson.
Let me give you Yeah, go ahead.
Well, he's got his headphones on. He can hear you talking about him.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, you were talking about the West Monroe band. I said that maybe I need to make a phone call to Mr. Robert Freeman, the director, and the assistant band director Frank Saunders, who is a Pineville grad, maybe to move on down a little bit.
Well, they definitely have an awful lot of folks out there. It looks like a 100+ piece band. It's a bunch of them, and a very nice show that they're putting on here that we can bring to you courtesy of the Jumbotron, because that's where you're looking at it on your screen. Robert Anderson, thank you for calling in and providing us with your thoughts. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be close to kickoff in the second half. You're listening to Pineville High School football on 446 Sports.
Thank you, guys.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use. Anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Welcome back to West Monroe. Don Schall's field here on the campus of West Monroe High School. And Kevin Roberts, you've been tagging along with all the great color commentary. I appreciate you providing, especially the good stuff there in the muted part.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But, man, what do you think about our Rebels tonight?
Well, like last week, Nathan, I think they're moving the ball really well, and we're just not capitalizing, a couple times where we could have scored, and maybe some drops. But all in all, they look good. I think they need to let Hakeem bounce to the outside a little bit more.
He was successful at that when we saw him kind of unexpectedly do that. Aiden has picked up some decent little yardage here, but
he's throwing the ball really well.
That's the thing. When you look at there's just a couple of key plays that, the interception in the end zone. We got 2 interceptions tonight, so that's 2 times we've turned the ball over, and one of those in the end zone driving down for it. And then that missed fake punt.
Oh, that was huge.
That would have been 6 points. I mean, it would have been a bunch of points. Or a bunch of yards. I think it would have been 6 points if he could have come down with it. So that's a different ball game completely. Though, in fact, if you get that score and then you get our score down here on the other end, we're tied or we're up by 1 because they missed an extra point. So
we got to plug up some holes on defense. They're running the ball up the middle effectively, it looks like.
It's really weird looking at the number of players. Can you even count how many players there are out there for West Monroe?
It's double.
It's twice as many as Pineville has, and it's not just a matter of, of a travel team versus a home team, and it's just a bunch of suited up players. They did say, I was on the other side before the game. I was talking to their radio crew, and they said that this was the first week they've had this large of a roster where they brought up a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, JV players. They just put them all on the roster.
Oh, wow.
So that's really a combined JV and varsity.
When we're looking at their stat sheet, almost every number has 2,
right.
An offense and a defense. Not every number, but almost.
So, well over 100 players out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to try to count them all, but looks like 6 rows of about 20 players. So that's just an awful bunch of players out there. Pineville probably in the 50.
70.
Yeah, I was going to say 50, 60. 70 if you count everybody who's dressed and who's not dressed out but who's wearing a uniform tonight. But again, 27-13, and we're still in this game, and exactly we get the ball back. So looking down at the West Monroe side there,
I didn't realize till Robert said so they're not much of a passing team.
Normally they're not.
Boy, they came out passing
the
ball.
That first
they looked
drive.
Very prolific.
So their place kicker just made one from 43 yards, and it looks like he had about 7 or 8 to spare. So that was a very nice little kick for him. So we're really ready to go. The clock has expired. It's time for the Pineville Rebels, to receive the ball and mount an offense, which we hope will result in 7 points. And we're ready to get this second half underway for you. A couple of other scores for you from around the 446 family of broadcasting. It looks like Ash is tied 14-all at the half against Ruston. And Kinder, again, we mentioned that score to you, 46-0 at the half. Tioga up 14-0 over Peabody. And I don't know who the team up in Natchitoches, St. Mary High School, I don't know who they're playing, but they're up 23-0. Great stat from Jordan Meisner that Tate did officially get over 1,000 yards for the year. So
congratulations.
Barring a deep safety, a sack, he will continue to add to that 1,000-yard mark. So thank you so much for that stat. As I type that in to let him know I appreciate it. All right, so the Rebels will take over after they receive the ball. This gentleman has kicked it deep, and he's kicked it short, so you don't know what the only thing he hadn't done yet is an onside kick. That could be coming soon. We don't want to see it, though. If we do, we want to cover it. We practice for it all week long. All right, come on, referee, blow the whistle. Oh, he's waiting for the band to clear off the end zone. They were walking through the edge of the end zone, and so he was making sure that they did not impede the play. I don't think he'll kick it that deep.
What was that play in college years ago that Stanford?
There you go. All right, so getting back up to the 25-yard line Rebels will take over there at the 25 for to start the second half on a nice, decent little return, about a 10, 15, 12-yard return. And we see Aiden Tate out there. Also, I see, we're going to have the same little lineup there. Kelmarian Phillips there. Matt Edwards down at the bottom. Justin Rachel Buck up there at the top. And Hakeem Mix in the backfield along with Zach Tranchina blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Tate calls for the ball. He's going to hand it to Hakeem on a straight-ahead run. It'll be a short 1-yard gain. He's hard to bring down. They may knock him back, but usually he falls forward or he just doesn't even go down. So they'll give him a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9. Let me get the scoreboard to reflect the proper quarter.
Handoff up the middle again. Met a wall, brought back.
So 1-yard loss. Rebels did not come out throwing here in the second half. 2 runs, net 0. It's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 is the call for the Rebels. Now we're looking to pass. Aiden is looking at across the trying to. He threw it towards the first down marker, and it would have been there, but Kelmarian couldn't get back to it in time. So the Rebels will have to punt to start this portion of their play on the 3 and out. Definitely not what Coach Bryant drew up, I'm sure, but hey, there's still a lot of time left here in the second half. Receivers back around the midfield at the 49-yard. High snap.
Got it off. And another Pineville bounce all the way to the 40.
Yeah, great job there. The special teams and the punts have definitely paid off well. Got one inside the 5 a little earlier. This one gets down to the 39-yard line, just outside the 40, where West Monroe will take over 1st and 10.
All right, let's go mighty defense.
Two in the backfield with Dijon. I think I'm supposed to say it now, Dijon. 2 on the right, on the left-hand side, 2 wide receivers out there. It's going to be a handoff to number 7. He goes backwards a little bit, and did he lose the ball out of bounds?
Lost some yards, though, huh? About
Did
3.
Lose some yards. I think he lost the ball out of bounds. I think the ball came out. Try to look at the run on the replay up there on the giant screen. Yeah, the ball definitely came out. See it bouncing up there?
Yeah. Loss of 3 yards.
So 2nd and 13 for West Monroe. That's not the way they want to get things started. Way to go, Pineville Rebels. I see Micah Roberts over here on the left-hand side. Is he still wearing that cast on his hand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
But he's wearing Landon Grimes shoes.
Maybe there'll be some speed in there. Pass is complete to number 1, and he's brought down by Bryant Dearborn. About a 10-yard pass. Not enough for the first down, but it'll be 3rd and 3. As their number 1 had the cushion and the ball was thrown to him, he was able to pick up 10 yards on that. Number 1 does go to the far side of the field. 3rd and 3, big play for the Pineville defense. Get this stop. Handoff straight ahead, and the first down is there, plus some more. He's still on his feet. Gosh, he's so strong. Got inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. It's about a 14-yard pickup. And West Monroe now feels like they are moving the ball here in the second half pretty well. That run capitalized. I formation, Dijon under center. Now steps back to indicate to the running backs which side he wants them to run on. Toss to the deep back, and he's got a head of steam. Hit and not brought down. 3 defenders gather around him and bring him down after 11 yards.
27 or 28-yard line.
So he does get to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for West Monroe. And it took 3 Rebels to knock him down. He was hit near the line of scrimmage, but bounced off of it.
Tough kid.
9:26 to go in the third quarter. Under center, DeJean with the ball. Now a handoff straight ahead to the first front back. And he'll pick up about 5. Give him 4. Give him 3.5. I'd keep going lower, but that's where he's at. He's at the 23-yard line. So 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 coming up. Rebels just trying to find the combination to get the stop. West Monroe, often known as a running team, has thrown the ball a lot tonight, but this particular series have run the ball. They've got 2 receivers lined up on the far left, and they're going to hand it off again to 22, who just seems to fall forward every time he picks up another couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and, I'd say, 3. 22 does go out. He's the man who's had the big runs. He's going to be replaced by number 7, but this is kind of a plug-and-play offense. They've got all sorts of players that can do all sorts of things. They split out their wide receivers, 1 on each side. DeJean again under center. 2 tight end on the right. They toss it to number 7, the back. He's going to go behind those tight ends and pick up the first down. He'll be down to the 13-yard line. So the Pineville Rebels, defending against West Monroe, want to stop them from getting either into the end zone or the first down. They can get the first down inside the 2. Ball is inside the 3. Ball's at the 13. DeJean calls for the ball under center. Now he's looking to pass. He's got a man in the flat on the left-hand side. A couple of the defenders get over there, and they do knock him out of bounds just inside the 10 at the 8-yard line, so that'll be enough for a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. And that was a pretty well designed and executed play on the left flat. 2nd and 5 from the 8-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. 2 men in the backfield, tight ends on the right. Now they're going to run it straight up the middle, and he's going to be hit and brought down in. No, it's not even brought down. McNeil gets the touchdown. That gives West Monroe a 33-13 lead as the Rebel flags run for West Monroe. They, again, line up with that swinging gate formation, and they come back over into the standard. I've only seen, like in the last couple of years, that one time attempted a direct snap, and it was unsuccessful. Snap is back, and the PAT is up. Looks good from here, and the referee says the same. 34-13 in the third quarter. We'll be back with Rebels receiving the ball right after this.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight? We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Welcome back to West Monroe. Pineville set to receive after West Monroe marched the ball down the field and went up 34-13. As the scoreboard now accurately reflects. How many plays was that, Kevin?
9 plays.
So they just chunked it, took off chunks.
60 yards. Yeah, it was just methodical, wasn't it?
Absolutely. 7-yard average per play, roughly. Here comes the kickoff, and it will be another Poochton around the 20-yard line is where it's brought down. Ty Sanders makes a juke and a jive, and he's going to get out to the 33. So a 13-yard return for Ty will give the Rebels starting position at the 33-yard line.
7:27 left in the third.
Good chunk of time took off with those runs by West Monroe, which returned to more of what we're accustomed to seeing. 21-point lead for West Monroe. Rebels' last possession was a 3-and-out to start the second half. Certainly want to capitalize to do something different here. Straight ahead drive up to the 35-yard line. We'll get about
two. Maybe.
2nd and 8. You know, we don't have Landon Grimes out there as a receiver, sure-handed young man. We have his cleats out there on defense. Aiden Tate calls for the ball, hands it to Hakeem, who's going to break through the line and get across the 40.
Oh, if he broke that one guy.
Just short of the first down, and he is hurt.
He's hurt. He got up, but he's hopping.
That left ankle.
He's hopping all
He's going to need a little attention, and I hate to see that. We want to
we got another guy down back here. Is that a West Monroe?
There's a West Monroe player down on the other side. Let's let them tend to them, and when we come back, we'll let you know what's happening on the field. Pineville Rebels trail 34-13, but with the ball, 3rd and 3 when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK. or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Welcome back. Straight ahead drive, trying to get something now on the left-hand side. Aiden Tate, he's going to get caught from behind by a jersey and a flag. But Aiden Tate picks up picked up one. The markers went down, so I wasn't sure where the marker was.
Looked like it was a bigger play than 1 yard.
It sure did.
Felt like it.
When he went around to the right, was stopped, and then had to come back to the left. They grabbed that jersey. I don't think that's going to be a penalty in grabbing the jersey, but no indication yet as to what the flag will be for. Could be a hold, when the play reverses direction like that.
That's what I anticipate.
But now they're talking to Coach Bell as if they want to say, they're going to back up West Monroe.
Let's see. Blocking the back. Defense?
Okay. Able to bring that crowd mic up, and here he's mic'd. So that block in the back on the defense gives the Rebels of Pineville a first down across midfield at the 49-yard line of West Monroe. So good field position here. Pineville needs to capitalize on these types of advantages. An unfortunate turn of events for West Monroe results in a first down for Pineville. Tranchina in motion twice, comes around to the left-hand side. Defense makes a right-handed shift. Tate turns around and hands it to, check that out. Justin Rachel, and at quarterback, hands it to Tate as the running back, and he's going to be stopped for a 2-yard loss.
We went to timeout a while ago. Hakeem Nix came off the field on his own, but he was definitely hobbling.
On that left ankle. Thank you for reminding folks of that. We came back so fast, I didn't give that update. He did come out under his own power. Rachel in at quarterback. He's now looking to the option. He's got a man on the right-hand side, and just over the head of Phillips, number 6, just over the outstretched arm of Kilmarion. He could have, I don't think he would have had the first down, but he would have had a good chunk of it there. And so instead of 3rd and medium, it's 3rd and 12. Remember, Rachel had that big hit as a receiver, also had the interception in the end zone. And he plays quarterback at times, Coach Bell told me. And Rochelle now giving Matt Edwards instructions on where he needs to line up in the slot. Hope he's not too close to the line. Back to pass is Rochelle. It's
blitz.
They were trying to do a little screen to Aiden Tate, but the defender got his hands up on the ball and knocked it out of the air.
It was well defended.
Mm-hmm. A little more loft on it. Could have got it to Tate, but instead it'll be a 4th down, and the Rebels are acting like they're going to go for it.
They're right at midfield.
They got too many players on. They don't have now. West Monroe doesn't have enough players, I don't think. And West Monroe called a timeout. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 10 players on the field for West Monroe. I think in that shift when they saw they were going for it and not going to punt it, 2 West Monroe players took off to the sideline. Only 1 needed to. And so with that timeout, we'll take one as well. When we come back, Rebels will have 4th down.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Welcome back to Don Shaw's Field, where the Rebels trail 34-13 and are in a 4th down punting situation, and now they line up for the punt. They were kind of faking it out, not sure if they were going to go for it or not. And now West Monroe has to get into a return formation. From his own 35-yard line, Brennan Davis.
On the Pineville Rebels, I'm afraid.
Well, back 5 more. We've had some good punts from Davis here in the contest, some favorable bounces. It seems like he's found the sweet spot of that ball to get it to hit and bounce, and hopefully he can do it one more time. The last time from around midfield, he got it near this position anyway. He got it inside the 5 on the favorable roll.
I was going to say the punts have been going our way. The roll. For sure.
Nice snap. Ooh, almost blocked, but not blocked. And, look at that again. What a great Pineville roll inside the 15 down to the 13.
15-yard roll, huh?
Yes, it was. It hit and just took off that direction.
So down to about the 13.
So just as you said, at the 13, West Monroe will take over. Pineville Rebel defense out on the field again. They've played a lot of ball game here tonight, but there's a lot of toughness to these young men. 1st and 10 for West Monroe from their own 13 after the very nice Brennan Davis punt. He might be player of the game with all those great punts he's had tonight.
It really is. 5 minutes. Was that 30 seconds left in the 3rd?
Quarterback keeps it on the right-hand side. He's going to get caught in the backfield. I think that was 69.
Maybe a gain of 1, maybe.
Well, that wasn't 69. He's the center. That was number 60, Dalen Tatum, who got him.
They gave him 1.
Well, he got all over him. The quarterback kept it, but Tatum said, "You're not going past this point." 2nd and 9 coming up. Give a little crowd noise so you'll know where we are. Keeper, is going to run around the left-hand side, 22, who had stepped out. He gets hit hard, and he's going to pick up about 5 or 6. It'll bring him to 3rd and 2, I believe. 3rd and 3.
Picks up 5 yards. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
3rd and 4, okay. At this angle, it's a little bit hard to make out that distance. Looks like they're around the 19-yard line. Easy to see the ball out there, but I was looking at the referee on the side. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Low snap. He's got a man in the flat. Number 4 called it for a 1st down. It was really well defended. It had to be perfectly thrown, and it was. West Monroe picks up the first down at the 26-yard line. Just the man in the slot made a little slant. That's all he needed to get the first down. Got two receivers to the right, one to the left. Tight ends on either side. Running back comes up beside the quarterback, calls for the ball, hands him the ball, and he's going to be moving to the left, and he will fall forward over a couple of Rebels after a big 7-yard return or run.
Tackled by Tyron Richardson. Gain of 6.
So they're going to give him 6. We've both about given up on this West Monroe roster, huh? It's just so hard to read. I got to tell y'all.
It's small. There's a bunch of them.
Man in motion. Quarterback calls for it. He's going to toss it to the man in motion. He's got hit in the backfield by 1, 2, 3. Bryant Dearborn finally brings him down short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. He was like a pinball bouncing off of all those Rebels.
Stiff arming. But he wasn't going anywhere. He was just kind of stuck right there in one place.
They gave him 2 yards on that after all that juking and jiving. So 3rd and 2. Running back moves to the left of the quarterback. 3 receivers up to the left. They hand it to the quarterback. He's going to – no, the quarterback kept the ball, and he slides for the first down. Quarterback faked the handoff, ran around the left-hand side, and then just slid for a first down after he picked up about 4 yards. You know, that crowd across there is deceptively – it's hard, you know, it doesn't look like it's full, so, but that's a bunch of people over there.
Still a lot of people.
That's a bunch of people.
But I know what you're saying, though.
Because the stadium's so
empty.
big, yeah. About half full, I'd say. And the student at the end there, about half full as well. All right, so 1st and 10, 2:40 to go in the third quarter. It's going to be a straight-ahead handoff. He stopped at the line, but then breaks away from it, and a shoestring tackle provided.
Is that Thurs?
I thought that was Miranda, and it is Miranda. So he came across and got that tackle. He almost had a touchdown-saving tackle earlier in the contest.
I'd say that one was probably too.
Absolutely. He's a heat-seeking missile when he gets on his target, but it is a first down.
47.
I see Jonathan Lemons checking in for Richardson on the defense. Give a fresh set of legs out there. Going to toss it off to the running back on the left-hand side, number 7. He's hit in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. They strung him out.
That was good pursuit.
Terrific job of stringing that play out and letting the other defenders come up and help you for a 2-yard loss. I'm checking to see if Hakeem is stretched out or if we think we might see him. Will that ankle get taped up a little bit? I don't even see him. Big part of this contest tonight. 2nd and 12 coming up. Low snap. Quarterback picks it up. He's looking downfield, and he throws it over the hand of the intended tight end.
It was a hot throw right through him.
That hot pocket needed some oven mitts, and he could not come down with it. All right, Ruston's up 28-27 in the fourth quarter over Ash. How about that nail-biter of a contest? Ash wanted to stay undefeated.
Let's go Trojans.
3rd and 12 coming up. Good snap. They bring the man on the screen.
Good play.
Very nicely executed, but it'll be short of the first down at the 39-yard line. It'll be about 4th and 2. And at this point, I think they go for it. 4th and 1 on a very favorable placement. One receiver on either side. Under center is the quarterback. He might just do a drive ahead. They hand it to the back, and he's going to get across the first down line plus about 6 more. So a 8-yard gain for the West Monroe team down to the 30.
This drive's been a long, sustained one, too.
46 seconds to go. When do they start?
Let's see, 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Taking a lot of clock off. Rebels make another substitution, trying to keep fresh legs out there for the defense. It's a long time to be playing defense. Handoff straight ahead, and he's hit in the backfield, but spins for about 5 yards of gainage. That could be the last play of the third quarter. We're down to 10 seconds. Nobody seems to be in a hurry. I think that will be the last play of the third quarter, 34-13. West Monroe knocking on the door at the 25, 2nd and 5 when we come back.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible. So if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Well, they just gave a happy birthday shout out to a bunch of people in the stadium. I wonder if they register for that. How do you know? Happy birthday to somebody. It's 34-13, West Monroe with the ball, 2nd and 5 as they now switch to moving right to left towards their fancy scoreboard. From the shotgun, it's going to be a handoff to 22 up ahead, and he's going to be close to the first down, maybe a yard or two short. I think he's going to be about a yard short of the first down marker. There'll be third down coming up and 1.
Third down, 1 yard to go, Rebels.
We've only had a couple of times where we've stopped them for losses, and hopefully this is one of those coming up right here. 3rd and short as we start the fourth quarter.
Well, the quarterback kept that, but it was a handoff up the middle.
On the carry. Tackled by Dalen Tatum.
First down.
Rebels.
Substitution again, 22 makes his way off the field for West Monroe, bringing in number 8.
This is their 15th play.
Woo, what a drive. I haven't seen number 8 before. So leading 34-13 and knocking on the door, a couple of subs come in. Hand off to number 8. He cuts back to the left, and he's going to be hit by a Rebel. One holds on to his feet, and the other one brings him down, Ty Sanders, from above. The combination tackle, though, is only after about 6 yards, maybe 7.
10 or 11.
Got it down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3. They can get a first down at the 8, inside the 8. Under center, DeJean calls for the ball, hands off to number 8, the fresh legs in, and he's going to get close to the first down. If not, it's going to be very, very close. They'll have to.
Yeah, they're giving it.
They're going to give it to him. All right.
First and goal.
Not close enough to measure, and now subs come back in. Number 5 is checking out, and number 18 comes in for West Monroe. Pineville, Micah Roberts checks back in for Jaron Pearson. First and goal for the West Monroe team from the 8-yard line. Under center, DeJean going to hand it to the late back, number 8, who just got into the game, and he is brought down short. No, he's not. He's
touchdown.
Got the touchdown. Thought we had him.
Man, 17 plays.
40-13, the score pending the extra point try that the West Monroe Rebels line up
that
for.
Was,
That was impressive, wasn't it?
Let's see, 5.5 left in the third, and you're down to under 10. So that's what, 7.5?
Almost 8-minute drive.
Wow.
Hunter Fox on for the point after attempt.
Yep.
41-13.
9:53 remaining.
It's good. You see it on the screen. 9:53 to go. Rebels will receive right after this. Pineville back to receive. Aiden Tate has 66 completion yards, passing yards on 5 of 12, and he has 32 yards. I think he had 33 earlier, so he lost one, but he's still over 1,000. Here's the kickoff, a high, short poocher kick to around the 27-yard line, and brought out of bounds after a short gain.
32 or 33.
Returned by Matt Edwards, who started at the round, got about 6 yards on that return. Pineville Rebels will start with 9:47 to go in the fourth quarter, first and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not sure how many subs we'll see here for West Monroe with a pretty significant lead, 41-13. Pineville calls for the ball. Aiden Tate holds on to it, comes around the right-hand side. He's off to the races. He's got to beat somebody. Kenny is down at the 34-yard line. I'll give you that one for a potential play of the game as well.
It's about a 34-yard run.
Well, I've got the wrong play of the game. It's not working, so instant replay just broke on me. It's still got the wrong way run. Straight ahead handoff to number 20 in the game for the first time for the Rebels, Jaden Clark. Was that 20? I think that's who that was. Jaden Clark listed as a wide receiver in there as a running back. As you notice, Hakeem Mix not in the mix. Tate calls for the ball, gives it to number 20 again, and this time he is stopped short of the line of scrimmage. So Jaden Clark,
2 carries back to back,
gets back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 1 after Aiden's 9-yard run and then the 0-yard second down run. Looking for the play near side. Aiden from the shotgun. Now he's off to pass. He's got it over to Matt Edwards on the screen on the right-hand side. The spin looks like he might have enough, and he does for the first down. Move the chains for the Rebels on the pass from Aiden Tate to Matt Edwards. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Rebels quickly getting into formation, bringing Phillips and Edwards down here at the bottom. Not sure if that's Rachel at the top. I can't see the number. Got Clark behind Tate. Clark. Oh, it's a reverse to Kilmarian on the left-hand side. He gets around the 25 down to the 22-yard line.
I'm surprised they caught Kilmarian, but they did. They were ready for that.
He only picked up 1 on that big, long run. Everything was coming this way, but the defender on the right-hand side of the defensive line stayed home, was not out of position, and brought Kilmarian down after a 1-yard gain. Tate back, does hand off again to Clark. Clark up the middle, got some daylight. He's going to pick up about 5 down to the 18. So it'll be 3rd and 4. Pineville moving the ball well and quickly. And we got to jump. We got offsides on West Monroe. First down. We'll take the gift. You don't even have to wrap it up. We'll take it in the gift bag. Just leave it in the Walmart bag and move it forward 5 yards. You ever want to do that? Say, look, I'm going to get you a nicer gift, but I'm going to save the $4 on the gift bag and the $5 on the card. That's $10. I'll give you $10 more of a gift if I can just give it to you in a Walmart bag.
Absolutely.
I'd take that any day.
I think most guys would. I'm not sure about the ladies.
That's right. All right, Tate with the ball. Oh, he loses it. He got to find it, and it's going to be a turnover and a heartbreak turnover for the Rebels.
Everything was going so good.
Have had a couple of drives fail, and Aiden is just beside himself, distraught over that one. I feel for him so much as we were making a great move, but it'll be a turnover, and the West Monroe team will take over at the 24-yard line.
7:33 left in the
after
contest.
Ash went up 33-28, Ruston now back up 36-33 with 7:03 to go in the fourth. How about that contest? This one's got 7:33 left.
Where is that Ruston game?
That's
in Alexandria.
Give me a second, I'll tell you exactly where it's at.
No, they played West Monroe last week. Maybe it's in Ruston.
I've got the wrong graphic up. Oh, no, it's at Ash. Ruston
it is
at
Ash.
Yeah. Number 9 on the right-hand side on the toss.
He's got a hole.
He is moving it, and he gets about 15 and a first down.
39. No.
30, they're going
37.
Yeah, so 13-yard gain, 12-yard gain. First down for West Monroe. Putting on a clinic here tonight is West Monroe. You know, the thing is, the ball bounces in weird ways in football. And you think about the Pineville driving the ball and then throws an interception in the end zone. Pineville driving the ball and has a fumble. Those are that's 14-point spread. Swing right there. Tossing it once again to number 9. He had the big run just a while ago. He has another pretty decent run. Picks up about 6. They'll give him 5. The headhunter on the stop, Ty Sanders, knocks him out of bounds after a 5-yard gain.
It's pretty good for that other announcer to know our players. And
yeah. He's probably got a spotter. You know,
Yeah.
He's probably got a guy with some binoculars. And they do it big up here, I'm going to tell you. Well, I got to go in their press box before the game, and it's very nice. Handoff in the backfield. Caught in the backfield, but falls forward for a 2-yard gain. We had him in the backfield, and it did stop the forward momentum. He was able to fall forward for a 2-yard gain, so 3rd and 3 coming up. 6:35 to go and counting here in the fourth quarter. Rebels yet to score in the second half. Trailed 27-13 at the half, and it's been nothing but scores. Toss to number 9. He's going to cut it and get close to the first down. I think he's going to have it. He was brought down hard. Looked like Bryant Dearborn got in there.
Hey, you said earlier you had to travel the elevator to get to the top.
Yeah, right.
They have an elevator on the other side.
They have 2 elevators over there. They have one that goes to the press box, and then they have a handicap elevator for their fans to be able to go up into the stadium on a handicap special elevator. So, yeah.
That's crazy. High school football elevators.
Impressive indeed. Tossing back to number 9 again. He's able to make the move around the right-hand side, but doesn't get much more than about 1. When you look at that press box, and I'll try to give you an angle shot of that, you can see it's a double-decker press box up there, open on both ends.
Wow.
And beautiful, beautiful facility that they have built on the back of blood, sweat, and tears. Hard work. Bryant Bell, our very own head coach, played right here on this field and was a part of that legacy of Coach Show's. 2nd and 9 coming up. Quarterback goes around and makes some checkoffs to his linemen. He's going to call for the ball from under center, hands off to the up man, and it's going to be driving forward for about another 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 50. They're going to put him at the 49 now, so 3rd and 6.
They're just running the ball, taking the time, and what you do when you're ahead, huh?
5:25, you're right. Under center is going to be keeping the ball. Quarterback
keeps
there.
It, and man, he's wide. Oh, thank goodness. Who was that on the stop?
Number 11, I believe, got the stop after T.J. Edwards. And if he hadn't gotten it, there'd have been 6 more points. Like a naked bootleg, a toss to the right, and then he just turned. Exactly. Everybody had run to the left of the defensive line, and he had a wide open field, picks up the first down plus. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. West Monroe continues to move the ball. Fast handoff, and should be a
fullback. Might have gotten a yard, maybe.
They're going to give him forward momentum of 1. Look at that. Give him 2, they say. To the 31-yard line, and the clock continues to roll at 4:22.
9th play of the drive.
These have been some long drives for West Monroe.
I'm tired of seeing them.
Oh, man. You and me both. Makes for a long drive back home, too, when you're that tired. 2nd and 8 coming up under center. Dijon, he's going to pop up and give it to number 9. Number 9 juking and jiving, but brought down from behind. And I think that's 12. You got that. If that was 12, that can't be 12. That's I couldn't see the number well. I thought it was a 12, but now I don't see anything out that looks like a 12. So Perry's a wide receiver, number 12. That wouldn't have been him. Nevertheless, Rebel brought him down after a short 1-yard gain. 3rd and 7 coming up. Somebody turn those drums off. Popping up, faking it. Quarterback rolls to the right, looking downfield, has a man. He's going to get a first down plus inside the 15. Down to the 14. Another first down for West Monroe. And the clock is at 3:15 and still rolling. From the 14-yard line, West Monroe will have 1st and 10.
So, nice play to their tight end. Yeah, I could do without this West Monroe band.
All right, under center, Dijon now is just a scrimmage fall ahead. I think there may have been a fumble. When I see the beanbag come out, and Pineville
got the ball.
Comes up with the ball. Hail Pineville. Hail the Rebels. All hail the Rebels. Way to go, fellas. That's the way to get a defensive stop.
Preacher, I thought you were losing it.
Yeah. That's H-A-I-L. I said it twice just to make sure I was saying it right. You know, I think I said that. I guess that southern accent, hey, okay, don't go there anymore. All
hail the Rebels.
There you go. Thank you very much. My mouth is so dry right now. I feel like I got cotton in there. All right, 1st and 10 for Pineville Rebels from the Graces. I don't know about that jersey grabbing, but all right, so we're getting set up again for 2nd and 8. Brings the man in motion to the right. Tate, I believe that's Rachel, hands off. Trying to do a straight ahead run. Get up to around the 15-yard line, so 3-yard gain. And I believe that was a different running back that time. Can you see that number for the running back back there?
I do not. It's not this Jaden kid that you called a while ago, Jaden Clark.
Okay. So 3rd and 6, back to pass. Justin's got a man downfield. He's scrambling. He's going to have to throw it out of bounds. There could be a flag because the ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. He was flushed out of the pocket. No flag, so an incomplete pass.
Cut us some mercy there.
They did. The ball, to me, didn't get back up to the line of scrimmage. A minute 21, it did stop the clock on the incomplete.
It was 3rd
now there's
down.
a flag. There's a flag.
Uh-oh. That's what they're going to say. Get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's what I really think happened. He was scrambling and he was outside of the pocket, but the ball has to cross the line of scrimmage for it not to be penalized, and that's going to cost, intentional grounding. Replay loss of down.
Should be 4th.
It ought to be half the distance. They brought it all the way down to the 2-yard line.
So punting out of our own end zone.
Pineville calls a timeout. We'll take one as well. Come back and see what happens right after this.
Your life. Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating and Plumbing. Football. Even we do it all. Southern and Plumbing solution for AC plumbing and generators. You call Southern Air Cooling Heating. Visit us online at southern.com.
Pineville Rebels took advantage of the situation, got a fumble turnover, but unable to capitalize. As I look to see Ash is now back up on top, 40-36 over Ruston with 3:22 to go in that contest. Go Trojans.
We'll have to punt it quick.
Play clock's at 22.
Get a clean snap and go. There we go.
High punt is going to for the first time.
First time tonight.
Jump on it.
Takes a West Monroe bounce.
We didn't jump on that one and gave them about 5 yards. A minute 8 to go. That one took about 15 seconds to punt the ball down there. And West Monroe will take over in what is indubitably their best starting field position of the contest at the 21-yard line.
What does that mean?
Undoubtedly, I think. I don't know if I said it right, but you sound impressive if you say big words. I want to tell you a funny story on me. Years ago, when my early days of preaching, I read a lot. I'm an avid reader. If you read, you see words that you know what the word means because of the context, but if you've never heard it said, you may not know how to pronounce it. So I saw this word that I think Ash is going to just kneel. West Monroe is just going to kneel the ball down.
Yep.
I saw this word that I knew it meant fake, fraud, something that was
not real.
Not real. That P-S-E-U-D-O.
Oh.
Okay, but I didn't know.
Pseudo.
I didn't know how it was pronounced. So I called it Suedo. And I preached a whole message about Suedo faith. And I had some people chuckling, and I thought I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
Until they told me that's pseudo, not Suedo.
That's funny.
Don't put on your blue Suedo shoe.
Oh, mercy.
No, I didn't say that, but yeah, so.
Well.
Indubitably, the West Monroe Rebels will win this contest.
I think they just did, 23 seconds.
That's the end of the ball game. Final 41-13. And it's a difficult final for the Rebels of Pineville because we had chances, but unable to do anything in the second half.
Capitalize.
So we're not going to try to talk to Coach Bell after he's got some talking to do with his players and try to lift them up. And we appreciate his help to us at the halftime and talking to us then. We will hopefully get some stats from Jordan Meisner and bring those to you here in just a minute. But until then, what we're going to do is give you a couple of sponsors to talk to you about what they do so that we can figure out how to give you the final wrap-up of this contest. We'll be right back up with a wrap-up of the show on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Welcome back to John Show's Field, where 2,000 football players are on the field for West Monroe versus the 17 that Pineville brought. I'm just kidding. It just looks that way when you see that huge number of players out there, as Landon gives you a little better view of the ant mound that is the West Monroe fans and players on the field. Pineville Rebels lose 41-13, and Jordan Meisner gives us some stats. I'm going to try to run down some of them for you real quick. West Monroe, 27 first down. Pineville only had 13 first downs, and that's a big number for you as some of these are a little bit harder to see. But when I look at that, rushing yards, I think that's over 300 rushing yards for West Monroe. 168 passing yards. Pineville had 121 rushing yards and only 68 passing yards on the night. And Aiden Tate did have 14 rushes for 64 yards, definitely secured that 1,000-yard mark. Hakeem Mix, 33 yards on 15 rushes, but went out with that injury. Jaden Clark, 5 rushes for 18 yards, really coming in relief of Hakeem Mix, and Phillips had 6 yards on 2, and both of those were like those reverses that he did. Aiden Tate was 6 of 13 for passing for 68 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And also looking at other players on the receiving side, Matt Edwards had 4 receptions for 34. Remember, we were playing without Landon Grimes tonight. Kelmarian Phillips 1 for 18, Justin Rachel 1 for 16. That big hit that he got up from and carried on the defensive side. Lamarcus Thurs, the leading tackler, with 15. Jacob Miranda with 13, both of those in double digits. Ty Sanders had 6. TJ Edwards had 8. Bryant Dearborn with 5. So some good contributions all around for the defense. And West Monroe definitely showing some dominance tonight, 41-13. And hats off to the Rebels of West Monroe as they will continue on. I don't have their – I just closed the schedule, so I'm not sure. I think they play Ruston and then Neville and then third. So they have the 2 biggest games.
Still Washita maybe?
No.
That was –
They did play Washita already. And I think they defeated Washita, but they lost to Ash. So they are 2-1 in district, but they have the 2 biggest, Neville and Ruston, ahead of them. Pineville, for all that we – as we look ahead at what's coming up next week, we'll travel up to Ruston, and if that's a game that you just don't look forward to no matter what. This number, top 5 team in the state, and then we'll close out against the Washita Lions with senior night on November 8th back at home. And I hope that you'll join us. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to be there with me next week or not, Kevin, but if you are, I certainly would love to have you in the booth with me. I know I've got to find a substitute cameraman because Landon's going to be taking his dad on some medical trip, and so I think my son Anderson may be running the camera next week.
Gotcha.
And we'll be up in Ruston for that contest. Start the pregame around 6:45 and bring you that game from the home of the Ruston Bearcats, who I think they're in a well of a game right now against.
I was going to say, what's the
Ruston? The score is still 40-36 with 1:13 to go. Ruston still has the ball.
About midfield. Huh?
That's right. So we could give you the play-by-play as we watch it on 446 Sports on the other channel over there. Ruston back to pass. Got almost intercepted, but it's received. Wow.
Down to the 35.
Well,
a minute 8.
You think we ought to stay here? We're going to stay here and watch it no matter what. So that's what's happening over there as we watch the live stream from the other channel, 446. The Ruston Bearcats are at Ash. Hit in the backfield. Big hit. Somehow fought his way back forward. Would have been a 4-yard loss, but he fought his way forward back to the first down marker at 2nd and 10. They're down to 56 seconds. Field goal's not going to be enough. They got to score a touchdown, and they took a timeout. Well, we'll let you go. If you want to jump over there and see it for yourself, feel free to jump over to our 446 sister stream as they're carrying that Ash Trojan football game against the Ruston Bearcats. For Kevin Roberts, Landon Anderson, Anderson Martin, this is Nathan Martin, thanking you all for joining us for this presentation of 446 Sports, Pineville Rebel Football. Good night, everybody.